Okay, everybody. The video got cut short, so I finally got it uploaded though. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish or talk about what I missed in the last one. Okay. So we were talking about the unit rate. Okay, using unit rates to solve. Okay. Basically, what we have to do is we have to find our unit rate, okay, or our K, our constant proportionality, all right, and place it into an equation. Now, we've already talked about the equation, all right? It's y equals kx, okay? Now, if the problem gives you variables, and in this case, they do at number 3, okay? Okay, because it says, write an equation relating the cost C. It wants you to use C, okay, as your variable. Now, if we're talking about cost, C needs to be where? Where the Y is, okay? So you see it right here. There's C. All right, is equal to, well, I found my unit rate, or my constant proportionality. It's $1.28, all right? So I put it in there, okay? To the number of yogurts, Y. Well, instead of using X, on this side, we're going to use Y this time. Okay. Now, I know, it's kind of threw you off a little bit because you're placing the Y there, but Y in this case is the number of yogurts, which is going to represent my X. Okay. So once we do that, then we can find out how much she would pay for 10 yogurts. Right? We've done this in our tables. We just place the 10 in there for our X value, which is the Y right now, okay? And you just multiply, and that's going to give you your cost, okay? And that's what it's asking for. All right? All right. Now, same thing goes here for JC, okay? 8 gallons of gas for $31.12. Write an equation relating the cost, C, so that's your variable, to the number of gallons, G. That's also your other variable. But we know cost, well, all right. So C is going to be your Y. X is going to be your what? G. So we're going to place it into our constant of proportionality one. Okay. So I'm going to put C in for Y, G in for X. Okay. Find your unit rate. Okay, here's your rate. We just have to write it as a fraction. Cost over, in this case, gallons. Cost over gallons. $3.89 per gallon. So $3.89 right there. It wants to know how much she's going to pay for 11 gallons of gas at this same rate. Okay, so we just place it in. We know the rate is $3.89 a gallon. She's going to buy 11 gallons. Okay, multiply those, your cost, or your Y, $42.79. Okay? Now, I've been telling you that time's going to be on the bottom. Here's one instance that it's not, on E, and I'll tell you why. Alright, Olivia typed 2 pages in 15 minutes. Write an equation relating the number of minutes to the number of pages. All right. So minutes to pages. All right. That is telling us that that's basically that is a ratio, right? Well, when we say minutes to pages, minutes on the top, to pages. Okay. M to pages. All right. So if we write it the other way, it'd look like that. Minutes to pages. Okay? Now, I want you to write the equation. Well, I first have to find my unit rate. Okay? And I do minutes, 15 minutes, to pages. Okay? To the number of pages. So 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So that is my what? Well, that's my K. All right. So So my equation is going to be minutes is equal to 7.5p. Okay? What that's telling me is it takes me this many minutes to read this number of pages because it takes me 7.5 minutes per page. Okay? How long will it take her to type, not read, type 10 pages at this rate? Well, minutes is equal to 7.5 times 10. Okay? So it'll take 75 minutes to type 10 pages. Or an hour and 15 minutes. Okay? These are the same. 75 minutes is the same thing as an hour and 15 minutes. Okay? Now, use this video and the other one I posted. I'm going to post this one too. Alright? You're going to do the guided practice today. Okay, 1 through 5. Now, some of these, I've already got questions. Some of these are going to be worth 0 points. Okay? But if I made them all worth 1 point, in the end, it's 13 points. And I just don't want to have something worth 13 points. Okay? I guess I'm a little superstitious. Okay? But make sure you do them, because if you don't do them, even the ones that are worth 0 points, I'll take points off. Okay? So make sure you do them. Alright? So you're going to do 1 through 5 on the guided practice. Alright? That's section 1. Alright? Section 2, you're going to do the independent practice 1 through 8. Alright? Now, these are all short answer questions. Okay? For 1 through 3 on the independent practice and 1 through 3 on the guided practice, just write the variable is equal to what it is. Okay? Don't give me just a number. Write k, like for this one, write k is equal to, well, whatever k is equal to. Alright? Now these other ones, you're going to need to type a sentence. Okay? You might have to tell me the equation, so put the equation in and then answer it. Okay? Now, it's probably going to count them wrong. Alright? But I'm going back to check them. Alright? So don't freak out when you see it and it's like, well, this marked it wrong, but I wrote the same answer you did. I might not have written it the same way. That's why it's counting them wrong. Okay? That's why it's counting them wrong. But I'm going to go back and I'll check them all. So just make sure you're doing that. Okay? Now, tomorrow, we get to talk about slope. Okay? I just wanted to keep this one short, though, to go over the rest of the unit price or the unit rate stuff. Okay? So, don't forget about your Google Meets today and tomorrow. I sent out an email, so check your email on those. Okay? All right. If you need anything, just comment and I'll be around.